Good morning, beautiful person. Sorry, the sun's kind of in my face, but hopefully you'll still be able to see me at some point. It's all good. Out walking today. Did some running yesterday. It was fun. But anyway, I wanted to talk about goal setting. So, I did a Facebook Live, I think Thursday, where I was talking about how I had achieved a goal, which was to finish my 5K app. I didn't actually quite run a 5K because I have short legs, but it was like 4.66 kilometers, so I'm like, it's good. And I immediately went and got the 10K app and starting it, at week 8, because carrying on from where I am, don't need to start again from the beginning. But it made me think about how people set goals for themselves. Because my first thought was like, oh my God, it's like 8 weeks to a 5K and then it's another 4 weeks to a 10K. Like double your distance in 4 weeks, oh my God. But of course you're not starting from only being able to run 90 seconds, right? So it makes sense, but it's scary at first. So I was just doing some thinking about how people set goals for themselves and what criteria we use for deciding what's a goal that we want to achieve, and what goals do we pursue and what goals do we abandon. So thanks, John. I'll wave at you too. And so it's an interesting thing because obviously this is a very personal decision and everybody sets their own goals for themselves. But a lot of people, I think it's connected to what I was talking about before, which is a lot of people don't celebrate when they achieve a goal. They immediately look to the next one without pausing for a second to, just want to make sure I don't get hit by a car here, without pausing to celebrate the fact that they achieved a goal that they had set. And these are people who are very hungry, people who are missing something, people who are trying to fill up a void in themselves by achieving. And listen, achieving is great. I love it. It's a great feeling. But here's the thing, is that if all you're doing is tossing it behind you and carrying on, this is where you end up with a lot of burnt out people, or people who achieve what they thought they wanted, whether that's money, success, fame, or whatever, and then they go, is this it? And then they start doing all destructive behaviors, self-destructive behaviors, or destructive towards other people, or both. But here's the thing, is that if you start by, hi Josh, if you start by setting your goals thoughtfully, thinking about why this is a goal that you want to achieve, then first of all, I think you're more likely to achieve it because you've thought about why you want it. And everything gets hard. Everything worthwhile gets hard. Certainly if you're going to go from a 5K to a 10K, I absolutely anticipate that it's going to be hard. I started this yesterday. I started at the beginning of week 8, so that gave myself a little bit of a cushion, so that it's 5 weeks to the end of this app. I'm still very nervous about it. But the question is, so why do I want to even consider running a 10K? I have never done that in my entire life. I'm 58 years old. Is this a good time for me to try and run a 10K? Well, it's a good time for me to aim at a 10K. I may or may not actually run a 10K. It doesn't actually matter to me. What matters to me is that I am setting this goal as something to work towards, because I am a goal-oriented person. Sorry, I have to keep changing hands here. I am a goal-oriented person, and I just work better when I have a path that I've set out for myself. Like, these are the steps that I need to take, rather than just winging it. I have discovered the hard way that I work better when I actually know what I'm doing. Isn't that weird? I don't know about you, but it's amazing how much better it works when you have some idea of what you're doing. But that's an aside. If you're like me, then give me a thumbs up, because sometimes you're like, why does it take me so long to figure these things out? But we are not beating ourselves up. At least I am not today. I hope you aren't either. That's another thing. That is, but not only do people not stop and celebrate their goals, they also don't celebrate themselves. And I was thinking about Groucho Marx this morning, and he said, I refuse to join any club that would have me as a member. And I think altogether too many people live by this terrible, terrible adage, and it's really terrible. And it was kind of funny when Groucho said it, but it is absolutely not funny when we are living it, because basically it means that if you achieve the goal, you immediately devalue the goal. You're like, well, if a loser like me could achieve that, then obviously it wasn't such a great goal to begin with, and you toss it away. Don't do that. Don't do that. It doesn't matter if it was a big goal, if it was a small goal. If you achieved something that you had planned on and you made it, stop and celebrate. You don't have to throw a big party, but what you do have to do is to stop and say, I set this goal and I achieved it. Good job. Pat yourself on the back. Do a little dance. On Fridays in Rank Makers, that's exactly what we do. We have Celebration Friday, and it doesn't matter whether we've achieved any results. We celebrate that we worked on our activity goals. If I want to reach out to 250 people this week and I do it, then damn it, I am going to celebrate that, because that is hard work. So, just coming back to what we were talking about, how do you set your goals? Do you set your goals according to the image that you want to have of yourself? Do you have a vision of yourself, of who you want to be? We have to, every living thing is either growing or dying. And it doesn't matter how old you are. Like I said, I'm 58. I am by no means done growing, just getting started. Oh my goodness, so much growing left to do, and that's fine. I'm grateful that that my mind is still elastic enough that I can grow and change and learn new things. And I am sure that you are too. Hi Jim, it doesn't matter how old you are. If your mind is still willing to learn and grow, then you can set goals for yourself and you can achieve them. Whoops, somebody doesn't like me walking by their fence. So, again, here's my question for you. How do you set goals for yourself? How do you achieve them? And how do you celebrate when you have achieved them? Talking of goals, so my friend Lori and I are in the middle of our June 2020 30 Days to a Healthier You. It's still not too late to join us if you like. There's about 15 people in the group and we're having a good time. So if you would like to join this group for free, 90 free, because all the information is in the group, you can totally catch up on your own time, then drop me a message or drop Lori a message if you know her, and I'll be totally thrilled to add you to the group. And you can see what we're doing there. We're not selling you anything in the group. Hi, Colin. We are just talking about ways to live a healthier life. Let me see, the first week was water, the second week was exercise, this week we're talking about nutrition. I think next week will be mindset. It's going to be good. So if you would like to join that, drop me a message. If not, totally cool. Have a great day. Remember, I love you. Drop me a message if you want to join this group. And I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.